and there's no wrong answer here. I just need you to think about 20 or 30.
I mean, like, actually, like, maybe a little bit, but, like, totally, having 25%.
Okay.
I would say like parts where like I felt it and felt happy with it, like it's 10-15%.
Okay. For the C3, it has to be 70%. So without me saying anything else, remember, 100% isn't necessary, but 70 is. So if you're working at 20 right now with the grades, then you've got to raise the percentages. And how do you get it? The proper balance, the proper flexion, in the proper down, the proper angle, in the proper forward, with the proper rhythm, and you in your balanced place, all will put this picture together. And the quiz is to release the inside rein and say, okay, do we have it or not? Let's pretend you're riding by yourself. I've just been working 20 minutes. Do I have this thing Sue's been talking about? If you can put a loop in the rein and you have no changes, you won't do it. And the more you loop the rein, the more the horse says, yeah, I'm doing my job. Because that's also telling him that he's balanced. It's a reward. Do you have any questions?
So when you had me drop next year, would you ride like that all the time? Mostly all the time?
I ride in and out of that.
In and out of it.
I would,
Would you
because
do both stirrups? No? Okay.
not for you, because you're cockeyed.
Okay.
You have a collapse on one side, and one side is trying to take over the other side. And what that does is it totally throws your brain, which it did.
Yeah.
Then you tried to cheat, and that didn't work. And your seat finally had to find its level place on the saddle, and that's why it worked. And then you could take your other stirrup. But I left you.
So you go in and out of having this having a stirrup, but this one always.
I would always keep that one, because this is your weaker side and it needs the stability. Now that doesn't mean don't ever work with no stirrups, because for grading you have to show without it. But I would, for you, to get your symmetry, I would go in and out of this right stirrup.
Okay.
And you did a stellar job with a hard stirrup, really good job. And you have to remember about this short arm club, you are an exception to the rule. You don't have arms like this, you have arms like that. We're not changing you. But I have to see that snaffle to the hand, to the elbow line. So go ahead and put your hands low for me.
Right here.
Yeah, the line is broken. You have to keep that line, because that's the kindest way to use the snaps. And you should have keepers on your cheeks. This bridle.
Is it getting caught in his noseband?
Say again?
I said, is it getting caught in his noseband?
Well, it's not caught in the noseband. This is meant to have a keeper. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And you don't want to go to your rating without that keeper. Because that point can go right in his face. It can puncture his nostril. It's a lovely bit, but you got to have a keeper. Any questions? Do I see you guys tomorrow? It's okay if I don't.
I don't know if I.
That wasn't a pressure question. That wasn't a pressure question.
I'll make it happen if you want to. Right now, I don't have you on the list, Julia, but we can make it work if you want.
I wasn't pushing you to
No,
your
I
classes. I was
don't. My
just
mom
wondering if it's-
has Mother's Day. I don't know.
Oh, that's right. Okay, you two have to go away.
You want a day?
I love a deferral. I already am half a day.
Mom's getting chosen before the
I get a day tomorrow, a day and a half of Mother's Day, because I had a half. I was already celebrating a little bit today.
So, Nikki, would you please